D Marin with the resub. Thank you so much. Thank you. How you doing? How you doing? We here. We late, but we here. We made it. Good afternoon now. Okay. Oh. Hold on. Once again, because it's a thing that happens. Things are different, and I'm trying to figure them out as it seems to keep happening. Um, this should help. Okay. Trying to figure out how to make time who this. Yeah. The last 2 weekends I've had a lot of things go on. Last weekend we got this thing. This thing is very loud at night, and our first night to have her was that Saturday. So uh that Sunday came with a bit of a lot of egregious whatever the hell. She likes to climb. She likes to climb a lot. I don't know why. And then if I experiment with the climbing and I just go ahead and take her to the top, she stands up. So if we go all 4 feet, what she'll do is she'll kick off front feet and she'll try to go higher. Right now she's just dancing. Usually she actually pushes up. But anyway, so this was my excuse for last week. Is right here, and then today we had family in town who we went and got breakfast with. So I had to wait to get on. You just calm up here. We're done. We're done fucking around. If I can get to stay up here. Oh, are we gonna stand up like I was trying to display? Or are we just gonna be weird? No, we're just being weird. Got just an asshole with a dog on my head. Okay. Anyway, so this is Nala. I'm also we're also dog sitting. So over here in the corner, can't really see her. This black spot is Shiva. Boxer. Oh, I lost. Another boxer. This one's only 3. Nala is only 5 weeks old. So, that's exciting. But my wife's at the grocery store, and I don't want to keep her in a cage. So, alas, Nala's going to be in my lap for the first bit of this. How's everybody else doing? Midnight? See, Marin, how we doing? Ooh, we're biting me pretty good. All right. Is this where we're going to stay? Probably go left-handed here. What if we flipped you like this? She likes to go in little gaps. So she might actually fall asleep. It'll just look like I have a plushie. Kind of. Yeah, she's. This is better. We're doing better. Okay, we're gonna make the game not full screen. Because if I make this work, I can actually still use my chat. It like logged me out of restream. Everything, it's just one of them things, Stuff happens and other things happen, and we just gotta learn to deal with it. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so we got that, and then we're just gonna need to resize this game, and then we can actually play MSF. But yeah, so we lost our first round of CC. 100% my fault. I started playing at like 3:30, so I only got 5 attacks in. That sucked. Good. I just got out of church today. It was my daughter's first communion. Headed to pick up pizza for the after party. Hell yeah, dude! Congrats. That's exciting. I am not Catholic, and where I'm at, there are very few Catholics. So I have a very general idea of what that means. I believe that is the eating the cracker and drinking probably in her case grape juice. But that's about all I know about communion. Uh, I'm in Southern Baptist land, so there's not a whole bunch of me and Real Bubba Hotep are like an hour apart. There's not many Catholics here. Oddly enough, my wife is Catholic. But we don't go to church, so still don't know anything about it. Other than that, she's one of them. However that matches up. Also, much to everybody's chagrin, not chagrin. Where the hell's my phone? Oh, there it is. I started building Phoenix Force because to stay relevant in current overpowered Cosmic Crucible situation, I need the Phoenix Force counters, which is bad because I was trying to build for Professor X. But since I'm already going to be behind a Professor X because I'm not paying for a bunch of shit, um, uh, it's better, I believe, in my brain hole to build Phoenix Force. So I'm going to collect the online stuff right here. But anyway, so yeah, we've had a bunch of stuff going on. This little fucker, she gets up, 3 to 4 times through the night because she has the bladder the size of my pinky. Um, uh, so real quick, I'm just claiming the online stuff so that we can actually roll. We'll pretty much do a normal stream, just much later than normal. We have a Havok feature. Havok feature was ready last week, but surprised we got a dog. We didn't even plan to really get a dog. The animal shelter in town was having an event. And they were like, we have a crap ton of puppies and we need people to foster them and take them home. And so we went and we fostered her. And then we had to wait like 4 days or whatever. And then after we waited, they let us adopt her. You definitely use Omega Red and Global Villain. I just did this morning. Okay, well, good. Yeah, so I started building, but I ran out of material. So they're currently, which if anybody remembers, last time on Dragon Ball Z, they were at level like 60. So they're still not built, but I would argue that they are not argue. I actually have proof now. They're at least kind of useful at the moment. I just ran out of training mats. So I built them both up to 95, and then I'm creeping Phoenix up to 100. And I'll go to Gear Tier 19 with them, and I'm gonna let them sit there so I can start building back into X Force. But I did like a 2 million punch up with them yesterday. We'll look at that in a second. I'm gonna do my dailies. And we're gonna do Cosmic Crucible. Yeah, no, it worked pretty good. I use Zombie Juggernaut, Omega Red, Phoenix Force, Anti Supreme, Lady Deathstrike, and Nip. Oh, nice for yeah, and I'm way behind. I haven't even really been playing those. Hell, do we even have these anymore? Yeah, I gotta play this. I gotta do second run here. Not that it actually matters, but even at my level, it was more or less auto. I had to actually play one node, even at my level. But yeah, that's all good. Are you sleeping? Other than the fact that I'm very warm, this will work. She's very bitey. So there's an added feature of this stream where I could randomly scream or freak out, and it's because she bit me. So all puppies nip. She nips, and then when she gets real rambunctious, she fully bites. So my hands and my arms are all covered in scratches and little puncture wounds. That's cool. We're working on it. She's only 5 weeks old, so it's really hard to get anything to stick in her little brain. There's that. So much little blood. This dog we're watching, Sheba, she, I don't want to say she's maternal, but she's very helpful to me and my wife, in watching this one. So that's good. She's not maternal. She ignores this one. But this one, it gets preoccupied by her. So whether Sheba likes it or not, she's helping us. And that's what really matters. Yeah, on the Professor X saga stuff, I did like one section. Which, depending on how this stream times out, because I know I'm up against a bunch of other people streaming, so I don't know if anybody's gonna hang out in here. But depending on how this one times out, I could hop on something like that. But once I get off here, I got a lot of homework to do. Finals week, baby. We're almost there. Almost done. I'm trying to think. We also built into Vigilante some, but I still don't have Silver Sable, and of course I don't have Hitmon. That's a little unfortunate. Ah. I will say I was glad over the last week watching all the other content creator videos about uh, there being shared outrage for the most part about overpowered. Um, I was getting pretty peeved that a lot of the content creators like, yeah, it's fine, no, it doesn't matter. Um, uh, but now with everybody being like, okay, they double down on it. Whatever happened? Does anybody? I don't know. I know there's. It looks like there's only two people here, so I'm assuming it's D-Mare and Midnight. But anybody ever remember what happened to the player's voice movements? I feel like we need that again. I feel like that's the thing that matters. Look at our. Let's go. Let's look at our raid. Really, just kind of going through stuff to make sure that I can. I already do this. But really, just seeing what I can do as far as getting those getting those training maps. I need to play the Hit Monkey campaign as well. But the most important node that I need is right here, so low priority, low priority. There's a lot of content I need to actually clear, but currently I'm just kind of chilling and doing DC. That's where I'm at. But yeah, last week I went 2-1, which isn't. I mean, as long as I stay in my situation, I'm okay. I'm not looking to like have to increase. I just don't want to. I don't want to get knocked down because of overpowered. But so far I'm holding, which is good. So I went 2-1 last week, and then 2-1 the week previous. So not doing too bad. As long as I don't go 0-3, I'll be just be. And I really screwed myself over yesterday. Yesterday legitimately was just me being. Oh yeah, I forgot I need to use X-Force and Blitz. Hold on, let's do this. I didn't use X-Force and Blitz yesterday, so we're gonna go like this. That's one of the milestones, but it didn't. I know the rewards are trash. So it doesn't really do anything. I don't even remember. Are we still doing stuff for Null? Yeah, I think I screwed this one up. I missed out on it. I missed out on one like the first day. I didn't check Command Center because it's new and I don't know what the hell's going on. I've also seen content creators talk about that, how like it sucks that that's like the first thing that was available. Also, I already have a 4-star Null as far as that goes. Fairly certain. Yeah, he's 4, so all the way up until now it hasn't mattered. I really just need that 5th. I think I'm probably in the same spot as a lot of people. I'm probably just one of the few that kind of fucked it up. It'd be great if they extended it one day. Then we'd be good, but who knows? Alright, where are we at? We need to do raids, and then I need to buy things. That is the order that we will maintain as well. We will raids, and then we're gonna do Sushi. Okay. Spotlight raids. Looks like we're down to 1 person watching, so thank you very much for that. All this command center doing is changing you from scrolling left or right to up and up. For real, it's what a waste of time and space. I remember when they first announced it, and I was on Bendy's stream, and Bendy was trying to explain it, and I was like, wait, so it's just the milestone section, and he was like, yes. I was like, yes it is. I was like, great. I'm glad there's more places. I gotta check online. I gotta check milestone section, and then I also have to check fucking command center now for Oh, just how to play the game. Good. Good. That's not making it harder at all. But I mean, regardless, or I'm down for more rewards, but even when they get everything moved into it, I don't see it being any clearer than the old way. Yeah, I don't either. I really don't understand the point of it. So are they getting rid of milestones? It seems like the goal was to get rid of like the daily milestone or something. I don't know. It just feels like unnecessary code and already complicated code structure. That's how I'm gonna say that. Yeah, eventually the milestone thing will go away. Good. What command center is just a different way of presenting milestones? Well, I mean, if that was the goal all along, and their intention was to phase out milestones, it's not that weird, I guess. I just don't understand why you wouldn't just rewrite your milestone code. Is it that fucked up? That would have to be the only reason. I would only imagine that's the only reason why they would need to redo it, is because the code was fucked up. But what do I know? I only have a degree in this shit. So we are lagging. I think that it's their fault for instituting layered milestones. Yeah, that's fair. Well, of course, yeah, and of course it's their fault. I mean, they fucked all the stuff up. Especially because the milestones thing is hard to navigate as well, because it's like so many of them are like you have to click through them, and some of them one feeds, yeah, like you're saying with the layer, one feeds into another. So it'll be like you get Frosty's crown points in this one, and then in another milestone, it's like Frosty's crown points gives you points towards the Frosty's doing it milestone, which is online. So then after I get the Frosty's crown points, and they factor into the Frosty's doing it milestone, that gives me credit towards my online milestone, and there I can get 100 training mats for 5 hours of dedication. This is an actual thing. They started featuring content creators in the game. That's how they featured mine. There's a Frosty milestone, and you don't actually get anything from it. You what you get is you get to click complete, and you can hit claim multiple times and nothing will happen. Much like other milestones, except this one doesn't claim to have any rewards. It's just nothing. Get a link to your YouTube. I applied for the Envoy program. They were like, fuck that. I don't actually know that, but I never heard back from them, so I assume that's the situation. Either way, I'm fine with it. I really just want to be in the Envoy program so I can see if I can get the written scripts and do lore videos of actual Marvel Strike Force lore, not just comic book lore. That's adjacent. That's what I want. I think that would be really cool. It doesn't exist. And then, the writers that take the time to make these little scripts and stuff, I can justify it a little bit. Hell, I'll credit the writers. I'm just wanting to help them out. So I want to do that, and then from that, I want to start with that information that they give me, I want to start a Marvel Strike Force, on the Marvel fandom. I want to do the Marvel Strike Force universe written out for people to read. So people can actually get into it like I do. So anyway, Scopely, I applied. That's why. There's script. Somebody wrote those scripts. They got to be around somewhere. You can't play that content anymore. That shit's gone. And I'm the perfect person to do that, because that's all I ever do. I'm the guy that does the stuff that doesn't matter. Let me finish out the stuff that doesn't matter by helping Scopely get that out. I can be your flavor, Scopely. This isn't gonna be an issue. You're not an issue. You're not an issue. Oh, we're climbing again. We're climbing again. We can do this. We can do this. We are the perfect team. Watch her pee. She pees on my head. I think somebody should donate for extra pee pads. Pee-proof hat, maybe. A rain jacket. Scratch my forehead. I just don't get the climbing thing. Like, she's not a. She thinks she's a cat. I think. Ah! You bite my ear, I'm gonna bite you right back. Stop. You heard me. Or are you thinking about it? You're thinking about biting my ear. Thinking about biting my ear. Gonna chew apart my headphones I'm wearing. Okay, chill. We're just simming. I only need one hand. Weird thing to say with a dog in your life. Ah! Nala, her favorite character is Cosmo. I'll be back after my shower. Sweet. What's up, Sid? In a minute. Gosh. Are you good? You wanting to cause some havoc? He was over there sleeping. Are you wanting to go wake her up? The bigger dog was over there. Where? Oh, like, no. Why are we? We're climbing again. Dude, and the lag is getting worse. Everything is awful. What is going on? We gave up? We give up on the climb? Miley Cyrus said not to give up. There's always gonna be another mountain. Dice Towers, what's up, brother? I don't know if I'm about to get bit in the spine, but if all of you watch me become paralyzed from having my spine severed, it is this dog's fault. This is where we're at. She's just chilling here. Now she's a parrot. Ooh, don't go away. Don't fall. Are we comfortable up here? Feels like we're laying down. Dude, what is going on with this freaking lag, dude? What the heck? Alright, I'm gonna move. I'm not gonna be able to shout anybody out or anything. I haven't really. Anyway. Let's see if this gets rid of the lag. So we're gonna go back to this. We're gonna Sorry, the restream is doing had done something weird. I just need to lock this. Okay. Alright. She's just chilling here. She's like, this is good. This is where we want to be at. Oh, dude, it did. I thought that was going to speed us up, but it really didn't. Elect the buzz in chat. Exclamation point PokeCatch on Twitch. Puppy tail. Got a little dip. Little dip in the vanilla ice cream. Dice Towers, how we doing, brother? How's it going? I assume you watch the NFL draft. You stream it. Real loud. I dropped this dog on stream. Is anybody gonna report me? I'd say it's her fault, honestly. Dude, what is this? I'm worried I won't even be able to stream Cosmic Vision. This is freaking wild. We'll do an arena battle or something to test the actual playing in game, but hopefully it's just the raid. I know sometimes raids are kind of funky anyway, but maybe it's just that. Nice Towers catching the Electabuzz. Nice job. Congrats. Ah. What are we doing here? Oh, are we trying to... This is my mink coat. Remember that stream where Frosty wore a dead dog as a scarf? He's alive! Ah. He's gonna kick me in the throat. Or she's just gonna roll. That would be bad. Oh my god, dude. What is this game? What is this game? Nala, what's this game? And all the way over. All the way over. Are we gonna fall? What? Can't be back. Here. What the hell? I was having a good time over there. Now my lap does a similar thing, but it's significantly closer to the ground, so if you fall, you won't feel it. Or you'll probably feel it. You're very little. Alright, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Okay. So, we need a Bible. Let's go to the store. Hopefully we can pick up speed a little bit. Okay. Like we're starting to get down on gold finally. I've been sitting at such high gold because I had no training mats. But I got training mats and then used them all, so... Okay, we bought our 3 things. We're gonna come up here, get our warrior stuff. Nothing. Just good. I think it's more of a classic. Beautiful. Alright. I haven't been changed. Oh, it's not. We don't have that last. Don't have that last card. 2. This is relevant. I was working on the Frosty feature, and you know what I realized? I was reading. I had another one of these moments. If anybody remembers this, when I talked about Gravitron, how Gravitron should be in this game. I was reading it. I had another one of those moments. And I was reading about Strife, and I was like, man, that'd be a good character in MSF. Oh wait. Turns out he's here. Everybody just forgot about him. Okay, we're gonna pop our battle pass dailies, and then this only no, it's not. And we're gonna see what we can. And I think what we're gonna bring up is gonna end up being Phoenix Force anyway. I want to get him to 100. Richard. Alright. Open some orbs. Should have some of these. No, we don't have any. Don't have a plethora of cores either. What if I got knocked? I almost got knocked out of the top 100 in Arena. I was playing it the other day. We got one. 2 gold. All right. Take that. That's not bad at all. We're gonna open all these as well. Cool. I think we're good on T4s currently for Phoenix Force. We'll have to look. Take that. There's nothing. There's nothing in. I think we're good on all these things. All the Night Stalkers. Cool. Medusa's the only one I don't know, and I can't actually click on her, so we're just gonna hold on to those for now. Nothing. Nothing. Okay. So let's do. Okay, we did that. All those. We did all those things. We're gonna double check our milestones really quick, because if I can, I might do a couple little blitzy things in here, just because not many, but it. I don't think I did this X-Force thing. Yeah, X-Force characters. I know it doesn't get you much, but I need everything I can get. I forgot you can't. Gotta use the hyphen. Doesn't count. All right. What we're gonna do here is just damn it. I'm just gonna use my my little refresh counters up at the top. That usually will give me all the milestone points when there's a special team to blitz. Usually I'm starting from 0 though. That should be more than enough to get the milestone, I would think. Bro, what is this lag? Really get anything I needed. Those X-Men badge are probably the closest thing to something I need. Something, or is it just all right? So where we're at, let's just see what we can do with Phoenix Force. I'll be on my lap. That's good. Makes it a lot easier. All right. So what am I doing? Oh, Phoenix. Sure. Someday we'll get there. Oh. Alright, we're gonna try to see if we can sneak our there we go. Phoenix up to level 100. Love that. We're gonna leave her there. That's good. And then we'll see what we can do with Omega Red, but it doesn't seem like answer is nothing. Carbonadium fire. We'll wait on this one. Okay. So that should be it. How many training mats I get? Nothing. The answer is none. Oh, dude, I cannot believe the menus are as bad as they are. Okay, so with that, let's hop into arena real quick. 71. Okay. Um. Uh, fuck. Well, let's just see how a battle plays out. Forget people I love when I'm asleep. Oh. So that my voice was gone all this last week. I just started getting it back. All right. It's kind of funny to see Noel get hit, and then Mephisto was like, "What's up, brother? How you doing?" Foibles, dude. I fucked up. My bad. I was supposed to hit you up. We ended up getting a. I got a puppy in my lap. We got a puppy that day. I had space, my guy. My bad. The power I beg of you. I. What's up, CA? That's the old podcast. I haven't. I know. I recorded it with a bunch of people and shit. I need some females to record with me. Hello, cleaning agent. Shout out to cleaning agent. Dude's one of the best people on the planet. I got 9. I still haven't found any females. I just think it's weird to do 12 a whole year of podcasts and there be no females on the thing. I think it looks weird. I'm trying to find 3 ladies still to talk on the podcast. You get a chance, check out that Aaron Rodgers skit I did and give me some honest feedback. I got you. Don't even sweat it, man. I've been busy. Yeah, same, brother. But that's my bad. I'm about to get a lot less busy though. This is finals week coming up, so I just got to go in. I have to write a couple papers for my degree. I got to go in and I'm given 2 finals, and I won't have anything for another week or 2. I'm dead serious, CA. Every time your name's on something, it's the best. It's awesome. Because I've been watching those Mongoli, the YouTube, the R-rated podcast thing. Those need to be on Spotify, by the way. I love watching y'all, but I'd be able to watch them a lot faster if they were on Spotify too. It's a podcast. Give me an audio stream. I'm female now, so put me in, coach. WS Duchess. I need to. I feel like I did. I'll have to look back at my Discord. It's been long enough that I don't really have a good excuse. I should have been done with this in January. But I will definitely reach out to them. That's a fantastic idea. But I'm gonna try to get these last 3. I'll try to get these last 3. I don't know why I didn't reach out to this. I didn't. I feel like if I would have, she would have said, I'm gonna reach out. Don't fall, puppy. Duchess. I can tell them how to do it. You can use YouTube as an RSS feed and just put it on Spotify. I think you still get views from that because you used to you couldn't do that, but I when I was looking to do it for my podcast I wanted to do that you did an interview on, supposedly, according to what I was reading, you can use YouTube as the RSS feed, which is like a host, so that like that Issamwood tapes thing you looked at, it has SoundCloud as an RSS feed, so if you listen to it on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, whatever, it counts the total streams. Like I said, Goel's always down. He's not. I've got you. Season 2, maybe. But right now, I'm very specifically looking for 3 female presenting guests. I had one. Yeah, from what I understand, it'll do that. But I never posted any of mine, so I theoretically know how to do that. But yeah, Dice Towers Season 2. if we go into season 2, if people, I want to see if people actually care to listen to this. I'll hit you up for sure. But yeah, I ran out of time on this one, so I only got in. I only got in a couple attacks, but I did some cool counters. All right, start this. Not waking this dog. For those of you just joining us, there's a dog in my lap. She's 5 weeks old. We got her last Saturday. So we've had her, this is day 8. You see, all right, and then I made a little. So room 1, we've got Orcus, very large Orcus. Room 3, we have full annihilators. Haven't seen that in a minute. 7. Room 3, we've got Phoenix Force.
I don't understand really much now.
Magic. Somebody sub. Foibles with the resub. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you. Phoenix Force. Thank you very much. Phoenix Force. Bam bam. Storm Beast and Phoenix. Or excuse me. Phoenix Force Magic Storm Beast. I understand the Phoenix Force pairing with Magic. I don't. Oh no, I get it. I have Storm Beast. They're looking to stall, kill everybody with Storm. This is the second day in a row I've had a Cabal on defense. Cabal, Quicksilver, Hang, very fast. 5 mil. This one was 4.5 mil. 5. Everybody has freaking in Plat 2. Everybody has extreme X-Vin in 5, and I don't know why. They kind of blow. I know why. Banner ads now. Twitch really fell off, didn't it? Yeah, maybe. Oop, oh, hold on. We're rolling. Almost lost the pup. Almost lost the pup. 4.3. Okay, room 5's not a problem. And then we've got freaking Darkhold. Darkhold in room 6. 4.2. Darkhold in 6 doesn't make a whole bunch of sense, right? Because in room 6 we can't alter speed bar, and that's how we increase your defense. Isn't that what MILF does? Am I crazy? We doing draft picks? Oh no, not for this. No. In real time arena, maybe not on a Cosmic Crucible. So at face value, my trouble spots are legitimately just rooms 2 and 3. What a weird, what an odd thing. If I put you down, are you gonna cause havoc? Get it? Because I'm gonna do a havoc feature. Maybe at this game, didn't know. Oh no, you're good. Yeah, in real time, in PvP, there's a draft system. But nobody plays that. I don't even know if it's still in the game. I used to play Rolf Kieran, and he would just kick the shit out of me. So this is Nala. Currently chewing my fingers. The sleepy pup, because she's very little. But if I put her down, she's gonna go torture the dog we're watching, who's over there, sleeping. Now we're climbing again. Ah, fuck. So, we having fun? We having fun yet? Okay. And her against the headrest. What's your goal here, dog? Like she does this a lot. You can put a parlay on some teams, not in Cosmic Crucible. In PvP, you can. Well, you make it to where they can't use certain characters. You can ban characters. On this one, that you don't really ban teams. Or you not in this. I feel like there's another game mode that lets you ban shit. RTA lets you ban shit, but nobody plays RTA either. PvP and RTA are pretty dead. I can't believe I'm trying to be a Scarf. Yo, yeah, she does that. I don't know why. Okay, let's see. All right, let's actually try to plan this. Actually, I'm quite hot. You know what? Let me be right back. I'm gonna throw her into her kennel. So I can concentrate. This is important stuff, man. Be right back. Okay, we're back. Sorry about that. Train me up and I'll be the rival you'd be needing. Bro. I don't need a rival. Compared to most other content creators, I'm just sort of I'm not even a punching bag. I never match with anybody. I'm really just that guy most people ignore, but I won't go away. Okay, so let's look at this. Finally. Alright, season 14. I believe I've had Orcus in one before. So I do have a counter, but it was with Skrull, who I now have on defense. I don't know how important he was. Gladiator, Gore, Ultimus, Sus, Null. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I don't have Sus available anymore. Never ignore you, brother. So Orcus. What a Night Stalkers do I have? Is that even an option? No. I got the redheaded stepchild from them. Great. So we don't have a written counter here. Nothing super easy or nothing super obvious here. Straight annihilators. I destroyed it in an annihilator situation. wondering if my Immortal X-Men can punch up on this. I did an Annihilator Sus with at 5.7 million with Immortal X-Men. These guys don't have Sus, right? They've got Silver Surfer in there. Boy, I don't know. Let's go 3 million punch up. The problem with this one is really going to be the freaking punch ups. He dropped them. Foibles would be a demon at this game. Your voice carries. That's true. He dropped the money necessary until I start making fat Arkansas Aspen gold money. Yeah, dude, monthly to be not top, but to be mildly relevant. This game's $80 a month. To be mildly relevant, not to be competitive. It's not the biggest of big money spending games, but it's not good. A costume's typically $50. 50 50 50, not 15 50 15. Kind of understandable. 50. Nah, not a thing. What is up, my guy? It's flipped because I had to stream late. I appreciate you, brother. My opponent has refused to attack you. What he doesn't realize is you never put Illuminati on Odin in 1, 2, or 3 because my Star Jammers will hit it easily. You have to give up your home, family, whatever sacrifices are required of you. Oh boy, only 48 slackers. It's fine. Hey, Senator, thank you so much. I don't have access to chat because Restream screwed me over. So currently I can read it, but I can't. But shout out to Sen Raven. Sin, if you have Sin or Foibles, if you could help me out and shout out Sen Raven, I would really appreciate it. Thank you so much for the raid, my man. I hope that your stream was awesome. I paid $150 on Magic the Gathering Arena for like 2 years. I ain't scared. Yeah, thank you so much, Sen. Yeah, we're looking at a couple of things. I'm debating. Oh, Cleaning Agent. Thank you. Really appreciate you. My shout out's not working. I'm gonna lose my fucking shit. Gotta run, but since I never get to raid you and you raid me regularly, here you go. Thank you so much, Sen. I really appreciate you, bro. Have a good day. Cool. So we're looking at Cosmic Crucible. We got some big ass punch ups today, and I'm overpowered. It's it's intimidating me a little. But anyway, I was thinking about Immortal X-Men on this, but it might be too big of a gap. We're gonna write it in. And see how we're feeling in a minute. So XX, I've got XX in 5, so I'm just gonna go ahead and assume I could do Merc for money on that. But I may need Old Man Logan elsewhere. In which case, Immortal X-Men will pop over there. Cabal, Quicksilver Kick. So I don't know if anybody else has been seeing Cabal on defense. This is the second day in a row I've seen Cabal on defense, which is crazy. In room 2, Kahori. Are you saying that I should use Kahori against this? Hold on. Who's in Immortal? Go faster. Price 4196. Thank you for the follow. I really appreciate you. Cleaning Agent, thank you so much for the lurk. Really appreciate you. What are we doing here? Okay, right here. So here I could drop Polaris, I think, for Kahori if that actually helps. Hold on. So with Cabal on defense, that's what I was getting at. So yesterday I had Cabal, Dorm, Quicksilver in 6, and I did a 2.5 million punch up with Phoenix Force into them. This one's weaker, but it's Quicksilver and Kang, so they're much faster. But also I every round I've had Illuminati Odin on defense, taking up my Cabal team, APOC and Mephisto. But in this situation, I don't have that. So all of the above are free agents. Immortal only gets full buffs as a 5-man group. That's what I was struggling, because I was like, who do I pull out of this? I don't actually know. So that's probably why Kahori would take 5 turns, just put her in there, and maybe Astral -1. Easy. I think Astral's on defense, though. But I agree with you. That does sound easy. We can pull it off. Dude, my menus are... We did an arena tech to test the lag in the battles. My menus are lagging like hell, but the actual battles aren't that bad. Yeah, no, Astral's elsewhere. So we're in a really weird spot because this is a really weird defense, but I actually don't think I'm gonna be able to get past some of this. They're just really, look at that, freaking 11 overpower 11. Are you still using BlueStacks? Actually, I stopped using BlueStacks a long time ago. I use LD player. What the fuck is Forbidden Memories? EO game? And then also, I don't know what to think of Darkhold in 6. Because it milked alt speed bar, right? Or am I just making that shit up? Any new codes? Hold on. Yelena, I think, is a code right now. LD player so much better than BS. Yeah, it really is. But I think Yelena is the newest code, which I haven't used yet. But for some reason I have it in my head, but I just haven't gotten it. Hold on. I'm gonna read. It's been a year since I cared about Morgan Le Fay, so let's double check this shit real quick. I'm pretty sure her special alt speed, reduced speed bar for self, yeah, to make them go first. So why are they in room 6? He's useless in room 6. Yeah, she's useless in room 6. Maybe Sakuri with Ares and the two sisters and a pre-taunt. The hell is Sakuri? Oh, Kohori, my bad, JBD. Okay. Kohori, Ares, the two sisters. The two sisters. I feel like if I guess at the two sisters, I'm gonna get them wrong. So I'm blanking on that. Two sisters. And a pre-taunt. Miss Marvel Classic and Medusa. Oh, so absolute A. So what you're saying is absolute A Force, Ares, and a pre-taunt. For what? For 6? Or for fucking... It's not for 2. It might work for you for 2, but it's not gonna work for me for 2. I'm really sitting here and I'm just like, I don't think I'm gonna be able to beat this freaking Orcus team. 2? Yeah, no, my absolute A4, they're gonna be way Ares, all that whole group's gonna be too low. Takes 5 turns, they won't take a turn. Yeah, but look how freaking high. Look, but hold on, like look how high they are. This is a 3 million punch up. Well, it's gonna be more than that because my absolute A Force is trash, right? Ares stops him from having safeguard. He only needs to be on the field, right? That's the only reason why we're using him. And then you said a pre-taunt, so Red Guardian you could use. This is like Kohori will do all the work, but I'm in this situation. If Kohori doesn't do all the work, I'm gonna lose immediately. Is the problem? But I know she gets a lot of turns. But yeah, she's at 9, so she's gear tier. Gear tier 19, level 100. Is she gonna be able to hit this? Hold on. Can I take? If she's not at purple 3, I can put her at purple 3. That'll get us where we want to go. She's in purple. It didn't say what though. Well, that's annoying. It's just purple right there. I thought it might show that she's at purple 3. I just don't know if I can make it. If I could make it through Gladiator and Thanos, I might be okay. But What about your Kahori with Mark for money? Minus death pool. That'll be better. I don't know if it'll be. I don't know if it'll be enough, but it'd be better. It does make room 5 a little weird, but we should be able to find something with 5. It's still the same, brother. You don't need a free time. I forgot Captain a free time. Captain Marvel is a free time. So we did Bam, Bam, Bam. Aries. I could try something like that. No. That is fucking crazy, man. That's still over. That's still over a 2. It's like a 2.5 million punch up still. No, not 2.5. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I can't add. It's 3.5 million punch up. Because like, currently, if I can't find a decent enough counter, I'm just gonna lose this to overpowered. What's this dude's TCP? I'm just curious, real quick. Oh wait, not. What's our? Where are we at? High run. 167 million. Good. Awesome. Easy. Which part of this? I haven't quite figured out the easy part of this yet. She's bugged. She's going to take like 5. I'm gonna trust you, bro. I'm gonna trust you. All right. We're gonna pop in this mug, and we're gonna go absolute A-force. Bam, bam, bam. We're gonna go. Aries. Don't take Aries. If you take APOC, they do the same thing. Well, no, Aries. Does APOC get rid of Safeguard? Or they can't spawn with Safeguard? I guess I didn't know that. I thought that was like Aries' whole thing. Wild. Must be a passive then. Cannot spawn with Safeguard. Fair, fair, fair. So we'll do absolute. I'm feeling a little bit better with APOC in the mix. Yeah, I remember Kahori was nasty in 2 for Ultimate 32. You won't need him, then I'll do Aries. I'm really worried about this big ass punch up. But you seem confident. Hi, what's up, John Jay? How we doing? Spring Gladiator. You think this has got it? Yep. Okay. I trust you. We're gonna do this. All right. So I'm gonna put this on the record. So we're doing oh goodness, hold on. Okay, yeah. For sure will work. Okay. All right. We are looking at room 2. We've got a 7 million big old punch up with Opti Airport Gladiator. And we're hoping that the goal here is that Kahori wipes. We're gonna go for it. I'm gonna save my Star Jammers if I can. I might need Star Jammers for 1 or maybe 3, probably 3. Assuming Starjammers takes out Phoenix for us. I would use APOC over Aries. Giving it a shot.
When you hear the sound of thunder, don't you get too scared. Just grab your thunder buddy and say these magic words. Fuck you, thunder, you can suck my dick. You can't get me, thunder, cause you're just God's farts.
On Kahori. I do like the idea of the ability block if we can't kill you. Right. Easy. Easy. Doors. Fuck you, thunder. Debating if I want to start this over. It's not. This isn't gonna work. I think we've established that. I'm debating if I want Kahori somewhere else, or if I should just let her die here for the exhaust. Kahori is really the only one in this I care about currently. Why did I attack? That's the problem here. I attack Thanos because he's the first person that needs to die. As soon as you get past the taunt on Gladiator, it doesn't matter. He doesn't matter. Thanos or Gore. But Thanos is the one that killed everybody. So why wouldn't I attack him? I ability blocked him. I tried to. You could abuse your soundboard. This is a heads up. That's fine. If I give you more help, take that to Thanos.
Anyway, good night, everybody.
That's why I attacked Thanos, to try to stop him from doing what he did. You always want to save him for last because he's a prick. Thanos? I have never heard that from anyone. Because if you save him for last, he's just going to keep pinging you, and he hits harder than everyone else. Why would you always take Thanos out first? The fuck was that, Jordy? Thanos killed you because you dropped him to, because you dropped him onto 50%. And he had to turn around and special. And, maybe it's the 3.5 million punch up and the fact that I'm completely underpowered. Oh, do we want to do it again? You want me to go for Gore then? Think about this. If he doesn't have a back, let's do it again. Let's do it. Hey, I'm going with it. I'm going with it. If he doesn't have a backup after you finish killing everyone else that his passive triggers, and you can outnumber him. But he gets the ults and special in the meantime, so he's going to kill me anyway. This is a 3.5 million punch-up. Leave Ares and bring Apocalypse. No, we said it was easy. Hold on, let's back up. Come on, dude. Use APOC. I was gonna, but it's supposed to be easy. Come on. Y'all. Unless you planted to use... I was trying to plan... Fucking shit! I didn't say that. No, I was... JPD said that. He's been helping me formulate this anyway. Kahori almost did it. The trouble is that this punch-up is so damn high. Like, I don't think he's wrong if the punch-up is smaller. But I think no matter how I swing this, APOC may turn the tide. Maybe. But this is tough. It's tough. It's okay. It's alright. Didn't say that. What does Bop at Marvel do? Did you redeem it? It's not showing me. Oh, Steph Isley, what is up? It's not showing me who's redeeming stuff. Oh, I got some other... Okay, no, these are from 2 weeks ago. I got follows today. This thing is just way behind. Okay, hold on. All right, let's do this. We got... So... Who was my fifth before? We also do 3-piece Annihilators with Kahori and Ares. That actually sounds like a... That sounds like a thing. Because I have... No, I don't have Thanos Endgame. I don't have Thanos Endgame. Oh, I don't have... Yeah. We'll probably we probably want to stick with this. Move these guys to the side, and then we're gonna Havok. And we get their gladiator on the outside. Yeah, I have like Gore. I think. Yeah, I have Gore. But Thanos Endgame's on defense. I got some weird shit on defense. The girls are a little bit smaller than mine. That's what I was saying. Yeah, but the other Annihilators may still be better than Absolute A Force. Yeah, that's fair. Do it. Do Ultimus and Gore. That's definitely a smaller punch up. That's for sure. See, my AAL is purple ISO because of that one event. I got you. I think this definitely has some potential there. That's the team right there. Yeah, I really think this will do it. Update. Let me update what I got written. I think we can do it. All right, room 2. We've got a full Annihilator at almost 7 million. So we're gonna try us a little over 2 million punch up with Annihilator's Kahori Apoc. Avoid Thanos. So Apoc can punch him. Facing Mephisto, Ultimus, Thanos, Gladiator, and Gore in room 1. Any suggestions? I had that. I used that. I ended up using a star. I used Starjammer's Null because also I had that yesterday. Yesterday I had Black Knight, Annihilators, Mephisto in one. And I used Starjammer's Null and kicked the crap out of them. So we're avoiding. If we're avoiding Thanos, I'm gonna go for Gore. I really want to ability block from Thanos. So I'm gonna build. We'll do it over here. Silver server. I should have stayed on. That's some weird things. I was kind of hoping we can kill Silver Server with that, but I still think we're okay. This is the problem. Yeah, there we go. That's what Gladiator's for, is to take that hit. I think yeah, just fine. We're gonna end Gladiator for a second. We're gonna Falcon punch Thanos. Now it's an easy. This is easy. This is easy. Okay, there we go. Beautiful. Just let it go from there. Beautiful, nice, easy peasy, lemon squeezy, easy, breezy, cover girl or whatever. That worked out pretty good. Great. Animated emote sick. There you go. Good work. Thank you. Okay. Now, if y'all want to help me fumble through 1 and 3, or if somebody wants to try to give some logic to this bullshit, what is this? Anybody? They're old enough. I'm not really sure what's going on. So I'm curious to hear. MILF is useless in room 6, right? Pretty sure. And then I just really I don't know what the move here is. RJ Jammers is great against Mephisto. Yes. Did I? Not, yeah. That was my suggestion, I believe. Starjammers will knock it out. I used Starjammers null because the punch up was 2.5 million. I didn't realize you had blue ISO in 2 of the characters I recommended. I'm not mad, brother. We got there. It's all good. Luckily, my defense, knock on wood, my defense has been holding pretty well. I don't know if you noticed when I lost, they only got 41 on me. So hopefully we'll be all right losing the 1, but I'd rather not lose anymore. Perfect world, I would never lose, but today, if we could just not lose another one, that'd be great. If you put APOC behind Gladiator, Thanos won't do his special down the line. It'll stop on APOC. My opponents had Illuminati with Odin Room 2. My Starjammers one shot without them taking a turn. Yeah, Illuminati Odin, I have just been using Cabal. Cabal. Well, I use Cabal, Mephisto, APOC. Anyway, with that. Okay, so really quick, I'm gonna double check some nomenclature in Phoenix's kit. Because does Mephisto negate Phoenix Force? That's what we're looking for right now. I feel like he should. Because what are we reviving or are we summoning? Yeah, we're summoning. So she will come back. She can't revive, right? And then she revives Omega Red on her ult, right? So Mephisto will help, but won't negate the Dark Phoenix. I think I knew that. Because I know that I revived Omega Red yesterday. It was the first time I ever... it was the first time I actually used Phoenix Force in an attack. I just started building them. That's crazy. I swear to God, she revived someone. Not crazy. Just use Immortal. Just use Immortal, and what you should do is kill everyone except for Dark Phoenix after she revives, and just pause the game and let it time out. I see. It still counts because she died. That's fucked up.
Assemble.
Run 7, my dude. Welcome in. Thank you so much for the raid. I really appreciate you. We're failing our way through Cosmic Crucible as usual. I imagine Phoenix will summon, but won't be able to revive Omega Red with Mephisto still on the board. Yeah, I like this Immortal X-Men idea. I can't kill Gladiator using Starjammers. How big is your punch up? Let the no time jump. Yeah. That's what I was reading. Where in the kit does she revive fucking Omega Red though? I did it yesterday, so I know it worked. I would assume it was in here. Under her summon abilities. I wanted to read how it works. Her summon abilities. Is there a way to... Oh, I see. Okay. Revive a dead Omega Red. There it is. Okay, thank you. Lord Richter, what's up? Alright, so JBD Holmes says, use this, kill everybody but Phoenix, get her to Dark Phoenix, and let it time out. And I'm not wholly opposed to the idea. A little dirty. Little dirty. but I do think there's a good shot in it. So if we do that, if we do IX here, we for sure are using Mercs for money in 5. Then we have fucking Darkhold in 6. Cabal. Really, we just need to figure out Orcus. And we'll be alright. We've got a lot of defensive capabilities. It'll be... We're still safe to use Storm's ult. Well, we have to... Ultimate... Okay, oh, no. I get it. Shut up! That was me. I got it. I think we're good. Alright. Anyone, speak now! Or forever hold your peace or whatever at this marriage of ideas. We'll do this. Obviously, we'll play it. If it seems like it's going downhill, we'll just pause it. If we get where we need to go. This is kind of weird though, because we'll want to go. I don't know. We've got a lot of attack all power as well. But I'm thinking of focusing Storm is the move. It's like Storm, and then Magic. Every time it's Storm versus Storm, it's like whose Storm is faster. Storm and then Omega Red. Yeah. Storm. Okay, that makes sense. Storm, Omega Red. Storm, Omega Red, Magic. Is Magic even doing anything here? That just lets. I'd focus Storm too. Storm's definitely the first focus. It's who's to follow up with Storm. All right, we're gonna try this. All right, we're in room 3. Phoenix Force, Beast, Storm, and Magic of all people. A little different. So we're gonna throw IX at it and see what happens. She's gonna die quickly. Yeah. What I'm wondering is who's number 2 to take out. Magic will bring Phoenix out if you were to use Kestrel. She shouldn't be a factor in this match. Okay. Oh, that's what I was wondering. It's another one of those things. My opponent is using old enough characters where I'm like, wait, how did their kit work again? I haven't seen Magic in a minute. Definitely haven't seen Magic in a while. Okay. Alright, get stunned. Okay, this is the attack all. Yep. Big Spartan 034, thank you so much for the follow. I really appreciate you. This should work. Storm ult should do the job. Yeah, that's what I'm hoping. We'll take out Magic first, I guess. Alright. Does this give us stun? No. I don't know what I thought it was. I'm going to put this on Omega Red, though, just so we're all nice and lined up. Primary and adjacent target. We like reduced speed bar. We're at 11 charges. Beautiful. Now there was you. Do we dare just pause it? Do we just pause it and let it go? Be slow. We'll play this carefully. Oh no, we got this. Come on, Storm. That'll work. Beautiful. Mwah, beautissimo. Bella, bella. Love it. I wouldn't have paused it either. Good job. Thought about it. He just hit me so hard, man. When you get hit that hard, sometimes you just gotta sit back and re-examine. Got a text message. My wonderful wife got me a Sonic drink. I do want it. Hold on, let me get the Sonic drink. Then we're gonna look at what Big Spartan sent us. We'll continue. I'll be right back. big. I'm big. Okay. Any suggestions for room 4 Hive Mind Scroll? It's been a minute since I've done Hive Mind. If you, I have used Annihilators against them if you have them available. Scrolls kind of room 4. It's the stuff going on this week. Oh, my bad. Yeah, I need to pull that back up. I can't scroll. No shit. Can't scroll. Okay. My chat thing got fucked up. Black Knight, Cabal, Kang. Yeah, that's good. That'll do it too. So I still have Cabal, by the way. We've got Cabal in 4, Orcus in 1, Darkhold in 6, and Extreme in 5. So Extreme's really looking like I'm gonna have to, at this point, I'm gonna have to use Mercs for Money here. I think we're gonna go ahead and pull the trigger. But out of the people left, we still have Starjammers. We still have Mephisto. We still have Starjammers. We still have Mephisto. And we still have Cabal. We're actually sitting in a pretty good spot. Oh. All right. Mercs for Money Phoenix Force in 5. I've just been using Mercs for Money in 5 against this team literally every round, because it's all, I don't know why. I don't know if everybody else is experiencing this. You can read this. No, you can't. Literally every round this season, Room 5 has been Extreme X-Men for me, or Extreme X-Men Rogue, or whatever. Why did we just get so dark? I haven't done that yet, so I didn't know if it worked or not. I usually use Immortal for S6. For Superior 6. I got my ass kicked. I don't know if you just read that. I got my ass kicked by Superior 6 yesterday because I ran out of time. I literally started my Crossbow Crucible attack at 3:30. And it ends at 4. I cannot believe it just got so dark in here. Look at me. It's crazy. The dog I'm watching is like, why the hell are you just doing nothing? Sitting at a table. Looking at a box. Okay. So we're gonna go ahead and pull the trigger. And I do like to have, if I have it, I do like to throw a Nightcrawler in here. But I don't have it, so we'll just go vanilla. Come back. So this works as long as Old Man Logan goes, it's good. Spooky. Yeah, right. Like, and that's the crazy thing about my I don't know if it's my camera, but when I stream and it's not like the earliest morning, yeah, I don't it's not autofocusing or anything like that. But it's just like randomly will just get like dark. I need another light. I need to get another light over here. Okay, so we're gonna run this. I'm gonna record it. All right, once again, season 14. Room 5 is Extreme X-Men, just regular Extreme X-Men. So we're gonna throw Mercs for Money at it. The punch up it has been working really well for a while now. So hopefully we don't whatever. Words. I don't think you have a plan for him yet. So against Gorgeous, you could do Fisto with EFF, Ares, and one more. Orcus. Oh, against Orcus, I don't have a plan. Fisto with what is TFF? Ares and one more. But Mephisto, I was thinking, since we got through Phoenix Force, I was thinking Mephisto in 1. But also the other option is him in 6, I guess. If we can beat this, started with. Okay, we just need the revamp. I just did the special. I just did the special on Gambit to spread that defense down he had. Really, we just need to live long enough for. Need to live long enough for. Ah, shit! God damn it! That's the first time that didn't work. Wow. Cabal Orcus. Wow. Our fucking old man Logan got killed. He got dead. It has, on many occasions, has it been pretty close, so it's not that surprising I actually lost that. Wow, that sucks. Okay. Let's look at this. Yeah, I could do. Oh, I was about to say that, JBD. Yeah, Mephisto King Cabal. That's literally what I was about to say. That I was thinking about trying. Still a pretty big punch up. Mephisto should get us, or excuse me, Kang should get us out in front of everybody. So I think we'll be all right. We'll try this. All right, room 1, we've got a 7.2 million Orcus. So we are going after it with Cabal, Mephisto, Kang. I didn't write what my extreme counter was last time, how high the punch up was. Most of these that look like I was going up against were which one says it was I did extreme X-Men Rogue. It was a 5 million, and I did the punch up with merch for money. That was probably you know what, that might have been before. Overpowered hit at the, was it at the beginning of this season? Maybe I just got bad RNG on that one. I'm gonna special because this is a fucking basic. He's gonna, but I'm wasting the basic. Or am I? No, I get the charge. So I'm gonna. My goal is to focus Lady Deathstrike because with Mephisto on the field, Side Stream doesn't do a whole bunch. I cannot believe Kang didn't kill anybody. That's wild. Took out 2 of the bigger players. At this point, we just got the annoying characters left. Go for it. God, Kang, come on, bro. Get your stuff together. These are just the little dupes. They're not dupes. Little summons. That's fine. That's fine. No problems. We still have Phoenix Force. We still have Phoenix Force. Still have, we did Ball. This though. Probably already lost this because of my, my fun little loss on that merch for money. What the? I feel like it's just getting darker and darker, and it's not like my light's getting darker. I get the stun. Okay. We've got Phoenix Force. I've got, which I should probably use Phoenix Force here. You can do Phoenix Force merch for money here, and then that leaves me with Star Jammers. So I could Star Jammers 4 pretty easily, and then I don't know exactly what I need to be looking at for Darkhold. I feel like it's a really weird thing. Oh, I still have null as well. Maybe I do like. Maybe I do like. What about Phoenix Force with Old Man Logan? Maybe Emma. If you have her on, and maybe Panda. You talking about for 5? I can't. I'm a little surprised I lost 5. That was pretty. That's pretty sad.
How we ride it ain't the norm, and singing songs don't keep your family warm. But I think there's a heaven for all us heathens, a place where we can lay our head, crawl in a bottle, and
It was ugly, but I won. There you go.
the road to hell is paved with good intentions. Mama, I swear I ain't been sinning. Fair-hearted women, good, clean living.
I would think. I would be surprised if this doesn't. I'm surprised I didn't win before. All right, room 5. We are going to. Somebody asked a question. Which one is 2 the super speed one with the ults? Panda in the center. What's it? Just for. Are we wanting Omega Red hit? About Kahori, just use her. I already used Kahori. You talking about me? I'm talking about somebody else. Talking about John Jay? Immortal Pete Night Stalkers. I would think so. I'm trying to think of why they wouldn't. I would think so. Night Stalkers pop. Well, the Pov's the part. Because the Pov's gonna talk to the person, chat. I used Kahori. There you go. This will work. Yeah, I was pretty sure it was gonna work. I just want to know why I want Panda in the center is all. Does it have something to do with Omega Red? Because I know I don't care if Emma dies. I just need Emma at the top of the match. I don't need her anywhere else. So she can die, which is why I had her next to Panda over here. Do I want Omega Red hit for some reason? I'm just literally yesterday was the first time I ever played with Phoenix Force. This is why I'm just trying to. I need to learn their kits. Honestly, I don't have an idea of why. Okay. You know what it is? Extreme X-Men has some. I'm gonna. This is my guess. They have some chains for adjacent targets. The chains won't go the whole length, maybe, because bots focus on center when you don't have a pre-taunt usually. But I have a pre-taunt at center, so they'll focus center anyway. Right? So there's no point in putting him there. No, Panda's not a pre-taunt. No, he is. Panda's a pre-taunt. Or am I crazy? Is he just a quick taunt? It's fine. We'll win. I'm really not worried about it. I'm surprised that just regular Mercs for Money didn't do this. So it's fine. Alright, room 5. We've got a pretty big Extreme X-Men. As far as I've seen. So we're going Phoenix Force, Old Man Logan, and Panda, and Emma for a little bit of speed. The only thing I worry about is overpower. Yeah, I think that's what killed us on our Merc for Money attack. So we'll see. think we'll be okay with Phoenix Force though. Okay. We don't currently have a dodge on Nightcrawler. That's interesting. Oh, we don't have dodges anywhere. Nice. We took out Forge. Next is Nightcrawler. Oh my god, he did no damage at all. That Omega Red did nothing. Oh god. He didn't yesterday either, but we're trying. This is what matters. We won. With that, we won. It doesn't matter about the rest of it. Getting claws out on Old Man Logan means you win. On this matchup. Right. Gambit's next because he's pissing me off. We're alright. Sunspot should be next, but it really, like I said, once you get claws out on Old Man Logan, it doesn't matter. Boom. Alright, so that worked out just fine. That worked. That worked. So now all we have left is Cabal, Quicksilver King in 5, and Darkhold in 6, which I just... That was a lot closer because of overpower. Yeah, no, for sure, but still. Okay. So I'm thinking Starjammers against this. Starjammers, and then when I against still a million punching. I'm thinking Starjammers here, and then against that Darkhold, I'll do something null. Maybe Superior 6. But I assume because nobody has Cabal, I need to put these up on the sheets. Cabal's never on defense. This is the second day in a row I've seen him on defense. Yesterday I had him in 6. So this is 5, 4. This is 4. So in this one we gotta watch out for the ults, right? And in this one they're gonna be moving fast. Oh yeah, actually hold on. This should be fine. I'm kind of worried about that Kang though. Right? This is the one that we get additional energy to the ults. I need to focus Kang. I just don't know if I'm gonna be able to go first. Starjammers is still pretty new to me. Yeah, ultimate abilities cost 2 less energy. On him, yeah, go straight for Kang. Right? Go straight for Kang, and then we'll have to pick off the Cabal people. I think it'll be alright. Gotta be real careful. Alright, so we're looking at room 4. This is... I'm still kind of new with the Starjammers, but I'm thinking this is going to work. We got Cabal, Kang, Quicksilver in 4, so we're going at it with our Starjammers. So our focus right off the bat is going to be we're going to try to take out Kang as fast as we can because he's scary in 4. And then chat is telling me to go for Patriot after. We'll see we'll see how it goes. I'm a little nervous, but I'm pretty sure this should work. If not, that's a little bit of bullshit. The oldest Cosmic Crucible character there is, and Cabal, who is also an old team, versus the new meta. Oh, and Quicksilver's there too. Okay. I'm. Ugh. Come on. We're gonna finish our Cosmic Crucible attacks. I'm gonna go use the restroom, come back, and then we'll do Frosty features. So where's Kang? Kang is golden, which is great. And then what do we stun with? There we go. Okay, we landed a double stun on Kang, and since he is adjacent here, we're gonna go for Iron Patriot right now. Okay. And we want ult. Ults are good for us, especially with the raccoon. The raccoon ult's pretty good, right? We love a little Andra ult. This is okay. We are okay. I would love it. Well, primary Jason's ain't gonna do anything anymore. We'll do this to hit a little bit of everybody, and we don't need the health. Beautiful. Nice and easy. Nice and easy. Highly efficient. Good stuff. But make sure you special at the top with this counter. I can do some things right. I saw you. I see you now that you have this special. I knew to find the stun is all, and I had a feeling it was for Havok. Easy piece, super easy. Yeah, super easy. So now, for some reason, this guy has Darkhold in 6. And I don't know what to think about that. It's weird. But we're down to our final fight. We've got Null. So I was thinking Superior 6 with Null. Technically do Null Hive Mind, but I really don't. It's really just not that great. Not that different either, though. I'm trying to see. We don't have like the majority of anything, or like maybe Mighty Avengers covering Null. Spider Society Null. Do I have? I don't know if I have Spider Society all the way, but I think I just have POV. Now, granted, using just POV is fine too. I do have Spider Society. Let's go. Spider Society POV will drop. Oh no! No! Hold on. Wait, we want her. We don't want her. I think Spider Society Null will be just fine. They're much stronger too than my Spider. We'll drop Noir. Oh. So then, who do we focus Agatha then? Because MILF shouldn't be able to do anything. Do I have Ares? I do. I think I still have Ares. Did I drop Ghost Spider for Ares? I do have Ares. Like this, maybe. Honestly, I'm kind of prone to this bit, because Ares eventually gone. Do I have his passive, like, maxed? There's a quick way I could check that. This is cool, but I would love to see his actual, his passive. Null, Void Knight, Red Guardian, Carnage, or Null, Void Knight, Red Goblin, Carnage, Ares. The one that prevents safeguard. Oh yeah, I do. I have it. These guys are just going to be a lot stronger. Well, I mean, Void Knight. My Void Knight's pretty high, but the rest of the Hive Mind's kind of trash for me. But they shouldn't be able to. I don't know. The whole point of this is for MILF to control speed bar, and in room 6 you can't. Right? So Agatha, Wong is going to taunt, and Agatha's going to be a problem. But other than that, I don't really see this being that big of a thing. Right? Or am I underestimating like Diet Doctor Strange? You know, when I first came up with calling him Diet Doctor Strange, I thought that was pretty funny because he was significantly stronger than Doctor Strange, but now he is definitely the lesser of the two. So now the name is more fitting than it was when I first started calling him that. Scared for nothing. I'm not scared. I'm just. This is what I would try. I'm just seeing what chat has to say. Agatha's the concern. So yes, I'm okay. I'm right. I'm just waiting to see what people have to say, man. I'm not scared. I'm not scared of a game. I already lost. All right, let's hop in. Let's just do it. So my opponent has Darkhold on defense. What a throwback in room 6. So we have Null still. So we're going Spider Society 3 Null Ares. And we're gonna run with it. Not literally. I know, dude. I'm joking. I'm playing around. I know what you mean. I want to know what the thought process. Like, why would somebody put this person obviously planned their defense out in the other 5 rooms? Why is Darkhold in 6? I'm trying to learn, you know. This is just it's just surprising to see. Just surprising to see. It's one thing if you see Milk, obviously, or Agatha somewhere, but this specific team is real wild. Just attack all. No primary judgment. We'll go for it. It's fun. Like that. Alright. They have lost Diet Doctor Strange. I did that to stop Scarlet Witch from. That was my only thought there. But we're still targeting Agatha. I'm actually surprised at how little damage my Null is currently. Oh, we should put up Scarlet Witch. Oh, this is late for me, brother. This is an attack all. We might at least be able to take out Scarlet Witch here. Is this just an efficiency sink because of the Agatha? Is that what's going on? Because she's really hard to kill. Oh my god, dude! What the hell? Was the Agatha like level 105? Is that what this is? It's just an efficiency sink? Hey. Didn't land stun. That's great. Bro, is she gonna out heal? Like, is this just not gonna be a thing? How big is this Agatha? I'll put it on auto for speed. Do not heal yourself all the way up. Do not. God. What was that? We won, but at what cost? Very low efficiency. So hold on. You just gear tier 19. What was that? I said she was a concern. I went right at her. I went right right at her. Went right for her ass. I said she was the main concern too. They freaking lasted forever. She's level 100 year tier 19 too. Like that's my whole team was there except for Ares. Like what the hell is that? She took all the damage. I know she puts barrier on herself, but like what the hell was that? Was it something? It worked, that's all that mattered. Well, yeah, but like trying to learn, brother. I'm trying to understand. Why was that hard? That shouldn't have been hard. Like it still goes on the counter sheet, kinda, but like that's just crazy to me that it was so. Oh, she's 3 diamonds. There we are. That's what it is. If your team was bigger, yeah, it was. That was it. That's exactly what it is. She's 3 diamonds. I was just wondering why that Agatha was so strong, and it's just 3 diamonds. Okay. We lost. Oh. What made our mistakes? They screwed. Yeah, this is why I don't have Thanos right here. So this is where they lost right here. This dude was significantly bigger. I mean, it was a 60,000 or excuse me, 60,000. How do we do this? He's 160 million, 60 million punch up for me, as far as TCG goes. So I'm 0-2 for the week, which sucks. But I'm pretty sure we're pretty far from being demoted. So as long as we can win this next night, fine. Demotion at 14-20. I'm at 15. Yeah, I'm not. I'm much. I'm closer to being promoted than being demoted. So it's okay. We'll be all right. That's okay. All right. I'm gonna go use the restroom. We're gonna come back and we're gonna do Frosty Features Havok. So stay tuned. Be right back. All right, we're back. It is time for a feature. Spot 2, right? Oh shit, I might play them in the same division. That would be fun to play somebody that I actually can like talk to, honestly. My freaking lights went the other way. They got brighter. That'd be cool. That would be cool. Yeah, no, I've been doing pretty good, but this will be the worst week I've done so far, being 0-2. Like I think this is the first week. This is the first week this season. It's only week 3, but I went 2-1, 2-1. So Right now I'm 0-2, so I just need to win this next one. It looks like there's a good shot I'll be matched up with this dude, and it doesn't look like he plays. Oh, he does play. He just hasn't played so far. This he didn't play round 1. Stoned at 3 a.m. If you come across, watch out. That's what got you. Nice. Yeah, the plat. I think plat's the biggest pool of people. So I think there's a small chance. That'd be pretty cool. If you come across Frosty Austy, 0232, that's me. But all right, cool. All right, we need to move on to Frosty features. The Real Mac 1928. Thank you so much for the follow. Really appreciate you. All right, I wrote this Frosty feature 2 weeks ago, so hopefully that will... I gotta finish writing this. Darkhold 4.2. We used null. Aries. But we got some good content for the YouTube channel. Alkine Force, thank you so much for the follow and for the help and such earlier. And I hope we match up. And I'm not pushing to. I was before Overpowered came out. I was trying to push up in leagues. I went from Gold 3. I worked my way from Gold 3 up to here, and then Overpowered came out. Now my hope is just to maintain Plat 2. So I'm not looking to do anything super crazy. I play the game mainly to unlock. I'm a big old Marvel fanatic, and I'm gonna prove it here in a second by moving on to Frosty features. I've just been enjoying the experience. Hell yeah, dude. It's a fun game. It's definitely a fun game. There's just some of the pay-to-play stuff is just kind of wild. But I'll get over it. I'm 2-0 so far. Hell yeah, brother. I missed that. That's awesome. Congrats on that. That's that good. That's that good. That's that good. Change my music over. Alright, Trigger Fire is going to be muted. Do I have a mod in the channel? Anybody? Dan, are you here? Got started on homework at like 10. I got you. Any of my mods here? I can't chat. I need to pin a message. If any of my mods are here, you put Trigger Fire is muted. Be grand. Dream Elements is awesome. I have a little over 100 mil TTC. Dude, you and I are like at the same... Hold on. Are we like the same? How long have you been playing? Hold on. It sounds like you and I are like right, like at the same... We're like the same. And I only went up to 106 because I started building Phoenix Force. They were in the 60s. A little over a year. Holy shit. Do you spend any money? If you don't mind my asking. I'm tracking how the game works now. Absolutely. Okay, you do spend money. Okay. That makes me feel a little bit better. Because I've been playing for like 3 years and I'm here. But I don't spend money anymore. I stopped spending money as of the Captain Britain release. I'm not gonna quit the game so I was spending money when the original Battle Pass came out. The $20 a month was something I was down. And then as it kind of spiraled, I was getting and then with Captain Britain's release, I was like, nah, I'm not doing this. I'm only gonna play this game for free. I have Odin. You have Null? I quit spending though. I quit in like July or well, was it last July? Yeah. I haven't spent in over a year, but I'd never really spent much. At most, I would spend $20 a month if I even did that. But I've been playing for 1,531 days. So about three years. Guess I have Null 5 stars. Nice. I have Null at full 4 stars, and I have Odin. But yeah, you and I are like at the same spot. That's cool. Yeah, but I've been free to play for over a year. Phytoplankton for 2 years. But that's pretty cool. Okay, so let's get back to Frosty Features. This here, put my notes up here. I don't think I'm gonna need notes. Havok notes. Should be good to go in every way. Yeah, we have been playing good CC because I'm always playing somebody with a heck of a punch. Yeah, same. Yeah, same. It's always a giant punch up. Is my camera went dark again, bro? So weird. Okay, hold on. Let's get our get the hold up. Great. Okay. So for those of you who haven't been here before, I try not to read chat when I do these. So I catch up with it at the end. So we're gonna run into this. I need to update this with because it's only got the Twitch link, and I stream to YouTube now as well, so it's a little weird. Because before I would upload these to YouTube, now it's like, but anyway. What is up, guys? Frosty Aussie here today for another Frosty Features. I know I have missed a couple of weeks. I had some family stuff kind of come up. We got a dog, which was super fun and such. But anyway, we're back on schedule. We are going to still do we're doing our last Starjammers. So here's Havok. If you haven't been here before, what this is a comic book background on the tunes that you use in Marvel Strike Force, and I am your guide through the pages. So with this, huge disclaimer, really quick, okay? I have referenced this in many Frosty Features, and this is the first time we actually have to do a feature on a Summers, sort of, okay? So, full disclosure, I have talked about Havok a lot in Frosty Features. Very specifically, the last one we did, Lalandra, and also Madeline Pryor way back when she came out. Okay, so we've had many times where we've talked about Havok. The Summers line is extremely complicated. I actually would have posted this video 2 weeks ago, but sorting out the thoughts in a Summers line, so Summers being Havok's name is Alex Summers. So full disclosure, this one could be a bit of a mess, right? So with that, that doesn't bode well for Scopely's blog post description. So with that, this is the blog post description. This is the lore that we are given by Marvel Strike Force on their blogs on the Marvel Strike Force website. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to read this to you now, and then we are going to rate it at the end of the feature. Who is Havok? The younger brother of Cyclops, Alex Summers, discovered his mutant ability to absorb cosmic energy and unleash devastating plasma blasts after surviving a traumatic plane crash as a child. Alex struggled to control his immense destructive power, but he found a new purpose among the X-Men. He eventually joined the Starjammers, a group of spacefaring rebels, where he honed his powers in battles across the cosmos. He adopted the name of Havok, embracing the freedom of the stars, carving out his own legacy beyond Earth, and fighting to protect those who had no one else. So, like I said, we will rate this at the end of the feature. Some of the big things I've been pushing for as a content creator, and I put in a good word for me. I applied to be an envoy. My aim is to define what Marvel Strike Force lore is. A lot of this is wrong. Spoiler alert. But it could be rewritten as MSF lore. So, once again, we're going to go from the aspect of the comic books, but we'll hit on a bunch of this. But a lot of what's brought up in this blog post description is in Frosty Features Lalandra. So, Let's roll. That's our guy. This is I use this version of Havok because this is the Havok I when I think of him, this is who I see. Name Alexander Summers. First appearance X-Men number 54 all the way back in 1969. Powers and abilities, energy conversion and dispersion. So he doesn't just use plasma blasts. He can also do the like concussive force and different types of blasts based on what he's doing. Ultimately, he pulls in cosmic radiation from the world around him, and it starts to build within him, and he has to expel it one way or the other, so he can become, frustrated or have that built up, whatever, and then he'll have to find a way to release it, right? So a lot of his control, especially as his control comes heavily from his costume. So when he's wearing the one that he's got in the game, where he's got like all the little loopy doos around him and stuff, that is to help direct his powers. And throughout different points in Alex's life, he can control his powers, he can't control his powers, all this stuff, and we'll get into that. But for context, he's essentially he's very similar to Cyclops if it went all the way from everywhere out of his body all at once, and not just his eyes. Okay, kind of, because Cyclops is only just concussive blast, right? So his is plasma and a few different types of matter is what we're gonna go with today. Aliases, Goblin Prince and Alex Blanding. So we're going to talk about Blanding, and the Goblin Prince covered heavily in Frosty Features Madeline Pryor, because I really like Havok. So go way back and check that out. See how Frosty has changed over the years. That was a while ago. So it's a good time. But ultimately, she becomes the Goblin Queen, and he becomes her Goblin Prince. Like I said, go back and check that one out. So those are really the only two aliases. Besides that, we really just go by Havok and Alex. Affiliations. X Factor, X-Men, and Starjammer. So he is a member of the Starjammers at one point. As I said, the Lalandra feature. X-Men and X Factor are obviously the two big ones. For years, my veterans in Marvel Strike Force, I call to you for years and years and years. We have said we need a Havok to fill out X Factor. As of this recording date, we still do not have a 5th X Factor member in Marvel Strike Force. Nobody really cares anymore, but I do want to throw it out there. I feel like Havok came out and everybody was like, it doesn't matter anymore, X Factor is irrelevant, but here he is. We finally got him. I'm a big fan. I'm a big Havok fan. Granted, in writing this feature, I realized something really important about Havok that never really occurred to me. So we'll talk about that in a second. Background, Hawaiian, Honolulu. He and his brother Chris, not Chris, his dad's name's Chris, Scott, are born, and Gabriel's not born in Hawaii though. But anyway, these two are born in Hawaii. They live there with their mother and father, so Catherine and Chris. And big things happen to make them become who they are. Eventually getting adopted, etc. So with that, who died? It can't be superhero, supervillain without somebody dying. And in Alex's case, it was his parents. Him and Cyclops, his parents' death is what led to him becoming Havok as a whole. There's also, debatably, we're going to talk about a kid named Vincent. His death also sort of directly leads to Havok being a thing. So to not try to roll back over my last feature of Lilandra, in short, we'll hit it in the notable events, but Alex and Scott are thrown out of a plane. The plane is kidnapped by the Shi'ar, and but Alex and Scott, falling through the air, thought that the plane that was kidnapped was exploded, so they assume their parents are dead, right? So we'll hop into that a little bit more in notable events, but these are these things that kind of lead to where we got. Havok's powers as a battery. So there's a few things I want to talk about. I'm going to talk about Havok, especially in going through some of this stuff. In Frosty Features, a lot of what I do is I talk about a lot of characters have repeating plot lines, right? The same things happen to them over and over and over and over. It's not every character, but a lot of your side characters and such. And Havok, in my opinion, he has all the means to be a main character, but he always ends up being a side character, and that's because it doesn't matter. Usually, when it comes to Marvel characters, it depends on who's writing him. I think universally across across all comicdom, let me know, my comic fans, let me know in the comments. I think Havok's main problem is that he's stupid. Havok's dumb, right? He does dumb things. Because as I was going back and I was analyzing, writing some of this stuff down, I got to one of these things and I was like, why would a character do this? Whatever, blah 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 blah. It's because he's dumb. So with that, one of the main plot lines we have is because of Havok's potential. His powers are insane. So a lot of the plot points with Havok is that characters that have a similar power set to Havok kidnap Havok and use him to boost their own powers. Off the top, I'm sure there are other examples of this happening with outside of Havok, but I find this really interesting because I can't think of one off the top of my head where that's like people are like, I need that guy to be a battery for me. But that's pretty much all Havok is. Havok is like, I'm using cosmic energy. So it's like every character out in the Marvel universe that also uses cosmic energy is like, you know what? If I take this guy and put him in a tube, I'll get stronger, right? So half of all of Havok's plot lines are, oh, that's not even fair to say. I'm gonna say 33% of all Havok's plot lines are him being used as a battery for somebody else. 33% are him being brainwashed because he's dumb, and the other 33% are really good. Sibling immunity. One of the interesting things about the Summers brothers, so I always try to avoid getting too far into certain bloodlines and things like that. The Summers bloodline is crazy and it's super confusing, as I talked about in Lilandra's feature. But one of the most interesting things between the three, so Cyclops, Vulcan, and Havok, is their powers don't work on each other, right? Like they do, but there's no effect. So Havok can go full on, like, I'm gonna cover you in napalm plasma stuff, and Cyclops will be fine, whereas any regular human being would be toast, right? So it's kind of an interesting little thing, and it comes up an awful lot because Havok and Cyclops, they are the quintessential brothers who hate each other, right? So Havok is the younger brother. They hate each other, but they love each other. They are brothers, but they fight. They very much feel like teenage brothers. This could result from the fact that Scott Summers is a complete and utter douchebag pretty much all the time. And then that doesn't couple well with his younger brother of 2 years being stupid, right? If you have a brother that's a douchebag and a brother that's stupid, they're either going to be a team that beats a lot of people up. This is in real life and comics, so this is actually how that works. Or they're going to fight each other a lot, right? Which is also how this works in real life and in comics. So here we go. Here are the tales of the douchebag and the stupid guy. I just explained 50% of X-Men comics to you. You're welcome. Relationships. Christopher and Catherine Summers are his parents. Andrew and Mrs. Blanding are his adoptive parents. We'll talk about them more in a second. Madeline Pryor Summers is his alternate reality spouse. He has a whole thing with Madeline Pryor in the main 616 and in alternate realities, and even has a kid. Cyclops, Vulcan, and Adam X are his siblings. I forgot about Adam X. Gabriel? No. Gabriel's Vulcan. Yeah, sorry. So yes, that's a genetic brother situation. So Adam X, speaking of the sibling immunity, Adam X is the only exception. So Vulcan, Cyclops, and Havok, they have sibling immunity. Adam X, it doesn't actually count. He can hurt them and they can hurt him. Pretty interesting. Notable events, origins of Havok. So with the origins of Havok, like I said, so we are a family. We are having a good time. Our daddy Christopher, he's an ace pilot, and we're flying his vintage Mosquito. We were on vacation because we're a loving family, and all of a sudden a spaceship comes out of nowhere, and Dad's like, "Oh my gosh, what am I to do with a spaceship? I'm only an ace pilot." So he starts doing evasive maneuvers, and in doing so, it's a Shi'ar vessel, which large alien galactic empire. Shoots some stuff at him, and the comics go out of the way to explain that if Chris was not such a good pilot, the whole plane would have been destroyed. Anyway, so he gets winged, right? He gets a little hit, right? And Catherine's like, oh gosh, we got a family of 4 on here. We only packed 1 parachute. What are we gonna do? So she grabs little Scott Summers, little Cyclops. So for main context, very important to note, neither Havok nor Cyclops have their powers at this point. So this, with mutants, if you don't know, if this is your first Frosty Features or you never read a comic book, mutants manifest their powers often in times of intense stress. Okay, so you see where this is going. So they grab little Scott and they're like, hey, little Scott, things are going a little crazy with this ship. Your dad's stressed. I'm stressed. And it'd just be a lot easier if you two weren't here. So, in an attempt to save them, that was not the dialogue in the comic. In the attempt to save them, they strap the 1 parachute that is on this plane that had a family 4 on it to Scott Summers. And she's like, hold your brother as tight as you possibly can. And so, Scott grabs Alex and they are pushed out of the plane, and in falling they see the what they believe is the plane exploding, but what actually happened was the plane was teleported onto the Shi'ar vessel. This is described in that little Andra feature, and hopefully this is the last time I'm going to bring up that specific feature right now. But so they're teleported away. Little Alex, little Scott, they're falling through the sky, and Scott pulls the parachute deploys, all is well, and then debris from the fight / explosion / damaged plane is falling, and it actually sets the parachute on fire that is carrying Scott and Alex to the ground. So with that, as they're falling at an increased rate, and so it's starting to look like they're gonna die. So right before they hit the ground, Scott looks down, his powers manifest, and he optic blasts the ground, reducing the speed at which they were falling. And he's trying to save his brother some kind of way, so he's also the cushion. So Scott lands headfirst on the ground, and Alex is able to essentially walk away from the situation. And so for the first little bit after their parents are dead, Scott is in a coma, and Alex is totally fine. So they get hospitalized kind of situation. Alex gets taken to an orphanage, and Scott is in a coma. And in this orphanage, we find out that it is run by the one, the only Mr. Sinister. So when it comes to the Summers bloodline thing that I don't want to talk about ever, the Summers bloodline is also brought up in our Jean Grey feature, right, and the Madeline Pryor and all that. Mr. Sinister is the reason why it's so complicated. Okay, so anyway, this orphanage is run by Mr. Sinister, who is like, oh hey, these are 2 Summers kids. I'm very interested in them. This one manifested mutant powers. This one must also be a mutant. I'm going to keep a close watch on them. But what I want to do is make sure I control the situation. So when Scott comes out of his coma, Mr. Sinister's like, and you're adopted. And so he gets Alex adopted. So Scott and Alex are not at the orphanage at the same time. And Alex is adopted by the Blandling family. And this Blandling family, they're cool. There's some really messed up psychological stuff as far as why they were adopting him. So it's heavily implied that he is replacing their deceased son, Todd. So he has all these expectations and stuff placed upon him as a child to fill in this void that was left by their deceased son. So adopted parents, Andrew, and the beautifully named Mrs. Blandling. And then also he has an adopted sister named Haley. So at school, Alex gets bullied. He's different. He's whatever by this guy named Vincent. He has a little gang, and Haley's trying to stand up for him, but it only works so much, whatever. All that to say, that Mr. Sinister is like, hey, I'm curious. Like, let's see, what do I got to do to make your power start working, Alex? Right? He's poking him from afar. He's got a pencil, and he's poking a picture of Alex because Alex can't know this is going on. He's like, what do I got to do to make you mutinize? What do I need to do? And he notices that Alex, he's watching from the shadows, literally. If you read the comics, he's literally standing. He's like in the scene, but he's like in the back. He's like, right? Because it's Mr. Sinister. He's freaking creepy. So he's like, what do I got to do? And so he sees that he's being bullied by this Alex guy. And so, turns out Vincent. So turns out this Vincent kid is directly involved in the death of Todd, who Alex was adopted to replace, etc. So Mr. Sinister goes to Vincent and is like, "Hey, I'm gonna pay you a bunch of money if you blow up their house. Right? You'll get away with it. I'll pay you money. I want you to blow up this Blandling house. Cool. Kidnap Alex, kidnap Haley, scare them, blow this house up. Right? With the intention that something occurs for this to be stopped. So lo and behold, upon going to the house, getting ready to blow it up, he's got he's got Haley as hostage, whatever, and Alex is super mega stressed out, manifests mutant powers, and guess what he does? He shoots a full-fledged uninhibited blast of plasma in Vincent's face and turns him into ashes. He melts this man, right? Which successfully stops the problem, fixes the issue, and Mr. Sinister is like, "Oh damn, that was a lot. I didn't expect that," right? This isn't good, so I'm gonna erase y'all's memory. So Haley and Alex's memories are wiped to this occasion, and then he puts up mental blocks in Alex's head so that he can't use his powers to the fullest extent. And then in comics, Mr. Sinister's like, "You know what? You're not as good as your brother." And I don't know if any of y'all know anything about Cyclops, but he cannot or has not, just as a child, just evaporated another being, right? In my opinion, Havok is in every way stronger. So one of the things I brought up earlier in the feature, I think that there's a pretty good chance that Mr. Sinister, because at this point, Mr. Sinister's like, "You're inferior to brother. I'm gonna move on." For some reason, right? I really feel like at powers alone, Havok is much better. This is my opinion. But I chalk that up because it could be bad writing. I also think it could be due to the fact that Mr. Sinister picked up on the fact that Alex is stupid, right? Because what Scott isn't is stupid. He's a douche, not stupid, right? He's actually very smart, right? He's borderline genius in a couple different aspects. Like super crazy trigonometry brain. So maybe that's it. But this is when Mr. Sinister is like, you don't matter. You get blocks, so you don't just kill everybody and yourself. I'm gonna go focus on your brother. Let's take off." Throughout this, Mr. Sinister is controlled by Apocalypse for a while, and Apocalypse has connections with an alternate reality living monolith who is Ahmed Abdul. And in the 616, this person, he is a mutant, but his latent ability is very sad, but it's based around cosmic energy. So Mr. Sinister is tasked by APOC to make him better, so he grafts a little bit of Havok DNA into Ahmad Abdul, and this superpowers him and makes him turn into the living pharaoh. And so the living pharaoh and Alex end up having this symbiotic relationship, even though Alex doesn't know that. And after Alex graduates college, the living pharaoh's like, "You know what? I'm gonna go kidnap him and make him a battery of mine." So ultimately, there's a few plot lines where the living pharaoh kidnaps Havok and uses him as a battery, turns himself into a living monolith, and a bunch of people have to get together and attack him to fight the living monolith, like an Avengers level threat kind of situation, right? So this is the beginning of that. So in the first time that he's kidnapped, and it's like, "Hey, we're gonna make this into you're my battery now. I'm a living monolith." The X-Men show up and rescue Havok, and that's how Havok gets intertwined with the X-Men and ends up getting his name from his work with the X-Men, not the Starjammers, as pointed out in the blog post. So that's sort of the origins of Havok. That's how Havok becomes Havok. Is those? I know that's really long and that's like two separate events, but they directly aligned and both were important to get to him being Havok. So that's how he starts. And then we're going to talk about his X Factor thing because that's been such a big thing with Marvel Strike Force, and this is where it's going to get a little complicated. So I thought his origin would be a little bit more complicated because he's a Summers, at least describing it. Really, this is what's complicated because X Factor is really the X Factor as we know it, Multiple Man, Polaris, who's in Marvel Strike Force, multiple man Polaris, and then for us we have Longshot and Shatterstar. But the multiple man Polaris version of X Factor is the second incarnation of X Factor. The first one having like Jean Grey, Cyclops, it just being an offshoot of the X-Men. So the X Factor is actually there's a storyline at Muir Island where there's a genetic research lab, and the genetic research lab explodes and it kills a couple people, and it's pretty sad. And at that point, the original X Factor, Cyclops, Jean Grey, etc., they disband and they return to being the X-Men. And the United States government goes to Charles Xavier and is like, "Hey, Charles Xavier, it would be really cool if we had our own team of X people that aren't necessarily yours, but they can still have the X in the name. How about we use X Factor and you help us out?" So Charles Xavier and an old Scotty boy, Cyclops, go to Genosha, where Havok and Wolfsbane, which is I'm pretty sure she's still out in Marvel Strike Force. We'll get her eventually. She's a pretty popular character, honestly. But Wolfsbane and Havok are working on Genosha, and they are recruited to join this X Factor process. And Havok is chosen to lead the situation. So, with that, this second version of X Factor, which is the X Factor that most people think of when they think of the team, is Polaris, Multiple Man, Havok, Wolfsbane, and Strong Guy. So Wolfsbane and Strong Guy still not being in the game. I think Wolfsbane's more of an important character. Ultimately, the way that this version of X Factor really works is they feel like a side team, even in their own comic runs. This is how I feel. So all of their things are pretty much like, we have a mission complete. We have a mission complete, and it doesn't really feel like, it doesn't always. It's weird. A lot of, so like when the Avengers do things, it affects the X-Men, it affects the Fantastic Four, etc. Right? When the X-Men do it, same. Right? Everything sort of goes into each other one way or the other. This version of X Factor really, really feels like it's just their stuff affects them specifically. Right? And I know there's probably some connections out there that can be made, but it seems like they're more affected by what everybody else is doing than they affect them. Right? So the most notable one in this, so Havok is leading this group. He's dumb and things go bad. So the big thing with X Factor is people die, people leave, people come back, people get romantically involved, get mad, and leave and come back. And that's all X Factor plots. Right there. You're welcome. Right. You're welcome. That's it. So, there's coming into X Factor, there's already a relationship thing between Polaris and Havok, and they've got a thing, and then Wolfsbane likes Havok, and Havok becomes best friends with Multiple Man, and Multiple Man has relationship things, and people leave and come back, especially Polaris, who likes to pop out and pop back in, and a whole bunch of stuff. All big bits of the plot. The most notable one, so because that's how things affect X Factor, right? It's not, oh god, the world's gonna blow up. It's like, no, oh, Wolfsbane's gonna be mad at me, right? Strong Guy's gonna have a bad day, right? So in this, the worst day that Havok ends up having with X Factor really is, there's a situation on Genosha again. Yeah. So they go to Genosha and they run into a group of I believe they're mutants, they're cloned mutants that have the legacy virus, and they don't know that right away. So what the legacy virus is Mr. Sinister, once again, it's always if a Summers is involved, Mr. Sinister is there somewhere. Mr. Sinister is approached by Strife, who is in Marvel Strike Force, but maybe you've all forgotten because he doesn't matter at all anymore. But he's approached by Strife and is like, "Yo, here's a little vial, and it's 2,000 years." Because Strife is Cable, right? Strife's alternate version Cable from the future. And he's like, "Here's 2,000 years of Summer's DNA in this nice little vial, and it's gonna be great. You take that." And so Strife ends up getting defeated, etc. And when Mr. Sinister pops open that canister, or that little vial, it turns out not to have any DNA in it, and nothing comes out. And what we find out later is that he released the plague of the legacy virus, which, so the legacy virus is a very, as far as viruses go in the Marvel universe, in the X-Men universe, it is one of the least effective ones. It goes away really fast. Most notably, in a really sad way, the legacy virus kills magic, right? It kills Cyclops, or not Cyclops, Colossus' sister, right? We're talking about X Factor. So in Genosha, they're going in this situation, and Multiple Man, he has multiplied because that's what he does, and one of his dupes catches the legacy virus, and when the dupe goes back into Jamie Maddox, is his name, I believe, Madrix, anyway, the dupe comes back to the main form. Main form gets the legacy virus. Another mutant named Haven comes in and tries to heal Jamie. It doesn't work. Jamie dies. Jamie was Havok's best friend. Havok has a big mental breakdown because he's Havok. And everything about all the Summers is brooding all the time. And so he quits X Factor and is later encouraged to come back by Polaris. But that right there, like that plot is like every plot in X Factor, right? Except most of the time the X Factor characters specifically don't die, but it very much is like, I got sad, I'm leaving. It's like, we gotta go get that guy back. 3 comics later, we're good. All right, everything's fine. Who's Multiple Man? So anyway, that's sort of Havok's relationship with X Factor. He is a big part of it, and they have some really fun fights and stuff. But like, they're a really good group of comics to read if you haven't read anything else or you're not familiar with a bunch of stuff. They really, like I said, they feel like a side character if a side character was a whole team. That's my opinion on this version of them. So with that, we're gonna move on to power level. Marvel Strike Force doesn't care about power levels, but here on Frosted Features we do. And then the way this works, if you are a multiversal threat, that means that you can end all realities, not just your reality, but the entire multiverse can be toppled at your will. Universal means you can end your reality, then maybe hop on over to another one and topple that one by one, wreaking havoc on the multiverse as a whole. Cosmic means you have power strong enough to take out something like a small planetary body all the way up to taking out something like a solar system or a galaxy. Super Soldier means that you are beyond all human capabilities. Or I skipped nuclear. Nuclear means you have power equivalent to that of nuclear bomb. Being able to eliminate things to the size of a small city all the way up to a planetary body with enough time and effort. Super Soldier means you are beyond all human capabilities, doing things like leveling brick walls or even demolishing a city block. City means you are equivalent to a human being's power that is trained to the absolute and utter peak of human condition, right? Here, Olympic level athlete, right? So in Marvel, here we have a lot of mercenaries, secret agents, ninjas, things like that at this level. And then there's Greg. Greg is the undead Asgardian that is spawned by Hela in Marvel Strike Force, and without an undying team to back him up, or anybody else for that matter, Greg isn't worth anything on his own. So, for the sake of due to undead Asgardian physiology, and just because I like to make the argument, I say Greg is equivalent to that of a regular human being. So I, as the most regular of Frosty Aussies, in a situation where I am pushed out of a plane with the only parachute left, falling. I am pushed out of the parachute with the only parachute left. I'm falling out of the thing. I got pushed out by an angry Thor because I was in the plane. And so I'm falling, and then out of nowhere, flying through the air, pushed out of his own. Hela pushed him out of his own plane. We have Greg falling through the air, and betwixt us one parachute there be. So mid-air, it is a fight to the death before we reach the ground. And with my frosty powers of normalness, I theoretically could take out Greg before hitting the ground. I use him as a pillow. I land on him, feet first onto his chest, and break him. Right? Late deployment of parachute, but not so late as it kills us both, but early enough that I can do this without being injured and still kill Greg by using him as a landing pad. I win. Frosty, checkmate. Oh, with that, Greg is equal to that of a regular human being. And in the case of Havok, I have a little bit. I struggle a little bit with this one. I'm going to say Havok is equivalent to that of a nuclear bomb. I do think, to the point, some very notable nuclear characters are like the Hulk, and there are times when Havok fights the Hulk, right? Havok is very, very powerful, but he, like all of the Summers, has a problem with performance when he's doubting himself or some other thing is going on, or in his case, he's wicked strong if somebody else is controlling him because he's brainwashed by literally everybody, right? He even gets trained by Professor X to get mental barriers put inside his head so that he can't be brainwashed, and he still gets brainwashed, right? He's one of the only people that those mental barriers don't really seem to do anything with. With that, if he actually takes his time, stops being stupid, and actually figures out what he's doing, I do believe that he is upper echelon nuclear, debatably cosmic, but as of this recording day, I don't believe there is a lot of Havok comics out there where he's in them. I don't believe there is a feat that actually lets him be in cosmic, but I do think there's vast potential for him to be there. If you took Scott Summers' mind and put it in Havok's body, I think you would have a cosmic level being. But with that, it's kind of hard to say. I'm giving him the nuclear rating, and with that, according to Scopely, we're gonna rate this. None of this is particularly correct. All right. He discovers his thing by falling out of the plane. That's not true. That's Cyclops. He discovers it way later, like years later after he's adopted. But that's not a thing in the comics. This could be unique to MSF. We don't know. We don't have an MSF lore master. I put in my application. Haven't heard back. Hit me up. Frosty Osdy. Control his power. Yeah, so it's saying that he honed his powers with the Starjammers. In the comics, he hones them with the X-Men. And let's see. Oh yeah, he honed his powers with the Starjammers, and that's how he gets his name Havok. That's not right. In the comics, he gets it from the X-Men. They didn't even try to relate it to the comics. This is another one. This is, I think, the second one. This could be, you could make the argument that because this lore is so incredibly different, and it's like they set it up to be correct and then they just fit it to their needs. This could be just straight up MSF lore, right? But we have no proof of that besides this, right? So compared to the comics, they didn't even look at him. It seems like they barely knew who Havok was, and then they made it fit their own narrative, which isn't illegal. It could be an alternate universe, but that's not stated because there's no lore master. Anyway, so that's where we are. That is Frosty Features Havok. I hope that you all enjoyed it. Please let me know your favorite Havok moments down in the comments, or if I got anything wrong, I'd still love to hear from you. Please be sure to like, share, and subscribe here on YouTube. It doesn't cost you anything but a couple of clicks. I now stream to YouTube, but also on Twitch I stream same time. So usually it is Sunday mornings, 8 a.m. Central Standard Time, where we do Frosty Features Live. I hope that you all enjoy this. I hope that you all have a fantastic, fantastic week. And most importantly, all, stay cool. We did it. We did it. Havok, it's done. I didn't record it, so I have to get that off of a thing. All right, let's, I have to pull up. We'll go back to the, it is hot. H-O-T-O-H-O-T. I'm gonna go to Twitch. I can't actually read the chat. So I'm gonna go into Twitch to catch up on chat, which is crazy, but that's what we're gonna do. All right, so where are we? I'm not even showing up on my follows. What the hell? Game manager. I want to see what y'all said. I saw a couple of things as we were going. Stream summary. This thing seriously, like, it's not saying I'm live. That's wild. Am I not? Fun feature. Thank you, Most of Isley. I can see it in the restream chat, but it won't let me scroll. This isn't super helpful. My whole thing got screwed up. Turned on my thing, it logged me out of restream, and it wouldn't let me log back in. So I had to go to restream, get a stream key, but it wouldn't let me actually do my normal things. Oh, and it's not letting me go back. It's not letting me go back over here on the side either. I thought it would. I thought if I went to Stream Manager, it would let me go back in the. That kind of sucks. Scopely spelled Havok's name correctly. Did I spell it wrong? Oh, I see. It's a joke. Okay. The Summers needs to rebo Viagra. That's real. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here, it did work. It just took a second. That's what's the last thing I remember? I go a punch up. Okay, but chat still comments during the recording because it's fun. Yeah. Looks like it was just you, most obviously. So thank you for sticking around. Sort of like Karmic Energy Farts, Rip X Factor, Havok is a dumb battery. He is a dumb battery. Sinister and his obsession with the Summers, Wolfsbane, Strong Guy, Richter. Weren't Beast and Archangel and X Factor for a little while. That original incarnation, I think, was Beast, Archangel, God. There might have been another one. Strife is an Omega level mutant. Yeah, he's ridiculous. He's ridiculous. Not in the game. Greg is better. Frosty. Havok is nuclear light for sure. I've seen Greg suplex Frosty real life. Didn't happen. False news. True. Okay, cool. Fun feature. Thank you very much, most obviously. I really appreciate you sticking around. All right. Let's raid somebody. I want to raid with somebody. I'm sweating so bad in here, dude. Wild. Okay. We have 20-something people. The seer is on. It's not showing who has what kind of viewers. I'm going to go following. I like to raid people that are 22. That's about what I got. So probably most of y'all, hey? Ambassador Al is at 6. Then there's Ben. I just love Bendy. I'm sure all of you are watching Ben. Let's go to Al. Because he's only got 6 people right now. All right. Cool. We're gonna go to Ambassador Al, and yeah. Cool. Thank you all so much for sticking around for the feature. I hope that you all have. Let's see, start raid. Thank you so much for all the love and support for the resubs earlier. Foibles, I think Sin, D Marin. I really appreciate you all for the follows earlier. My follows are 2 weeks old, so that's not helping. But anyway, I hope that you all enjoyed this. I hope that you all have a fantastic week. Please give Al all the love you give me. And most importantly, y'all, please stay cool. Finger guns. We're raiding, I swear. We're going. We're on the way. The people on YouTube. I think the YouTube thing's got to be the weirdest because I'm like, I'm raiding and then nothing happens. I assume I'm still on YouTube. I don't know how it works. All right. We are ready.